All right. So I have talked about this in other videos, but I'm going to give you an updated version of what's going on here. I am telling you, Amazon and the way they ungate people is completely busted. It is broken. In my experience, it is broken. Let me share. Last year in October, when I started my account, and I went and I found this brand that has a profitable product, and I'm like, oh man, I want to get ungated on this thing. And you got to buy some stuff. You got to put some skin in the game. I get that. I get that. You got to build trust with Amazon. So I went to this brand. I bought some units. I bought what was required, and I submitted it. You needed 10 units. So I submitted it. They said nope, nope, nope. I submitted it multiple times, like all the gurus say, multiple times. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, cool. I hadn't sold anything yet. No problem. I'll go sell some stuff. Then I can build some trust with you that I'm actually going to do something that's worthwhile, that I have good products, etc. And I said, okay, I'll wait. So I returned all the stuff. And then come February, I hit $10,000 in sales total since I had began in October. $10,000 in sales total. And I thought, okay, if I have $10,000 in sales, I should be able to get ungated on this. So in February, I submitted it. I went and bought new stuff. I had sat on this discounted gift card that I'd bought because when I returned it, I just got the gift card back. I'm like, man, this is money spent that I can't do anything with. And so I took the gift card, found more profitable items because this brand is really good at having profitable items to sell. So I found a bunch of stuff, bought it. I submitted my invoice. They said no. I submitted my invoice again. They said no. I submitted my invoice again. They said no. And I said, I need a human to look at this because this is an invoice and this matches the numbers you're asking me. I've got good seller history. I've got good account health. There should be no reason for you to approve this. Boom, they approve it. Ah, so awesome. So I go and I build a relationship with a store manager of the store's brand. And I get text messages saying, hey, we've got this stuff in the store. Would you like it? Fantastic. He tells me when the sales are going on, etc. Like, I know there's a sale coming up starting tomorrow. Starting Wednesday. I know there's a sale coming up and I want to jump on this sale. So, but I can't. I can't justify it. And here's why. And I've cut off everything prior to May the 9th, as you can see on the screen. But between February and April, I was selling. I was selling so well. Then in April, I hit $10,000 in the month of April, almost 11,000. Or did I hit 11,000? I sold over $10,000 just in April alone. And then I get this email. You've been gated in this brand as well as several other brands. Now, a lot of people did get re-gated. Now, I don't know why Amazon did. They just decided to go across the board. That's fine. That's part of their being broken because it doesn't seem like they have people that have a great understanding of what's going on there. And so I'm like, whatever. I will go and get the stuff. I sent invoices in, but the problem is I didn't have a ton of invoices because I've been buying everything in the store. And so I had receipts, and they don't take receipts, and I know they don't take receipts. I submitted them anyway, just in case, because I've got hundreds and hundreds of products that I've sent in, and I've sold many, many products over the last couple months. So in April, they send me this regating. I send them the couple of invoices, and they're like, nope, that's not 100. Well, in the past, if you'd done 10 and just kept submitting, they would approve you. So I did that for a little bit, and then still nothing. Like, oh, this, you're still sending us all this stuff, and it's the same thing multiple times without providing anything new. So what did I decide to do? I've got all this product that's sitting there at Amazon, and they're no longer selling my product. I've got probably about 70, 80 units sitting there, and they're going to send them back to me. So I first said, okay, delay sending them back to me because you can say, hey, stranded inventory, just hold on to it for a little bit. I'm fixing this, just a second. So I said, hold on to that. Then I went and found some more profitable products. I went and bought them, and I submitted the invoice. And then I submitted the invoice again and again. And I go on here, and here's what they give me. It says, we close this case because you submitted applications multiple times without providing new updated information. And I said, no, this is new information. Look at the date on the email. Look at the date on the invoice. It's just from the last couple days. And I did this over and over again with new days, new invoices, with them saying, no, there's no updated information. I'm like, hold on. So I said, my application provides additional information that is new. I added invoices that were created after the last communication per my chat with Amazon support yesterday. They asked me to reapply and to include all the new invoices. I have done as requested. Please route this approval to a human assessor or reviewer. I supplied invoices for over 100 units. Up until this point, I have not found a way to reply because there is no button that says reply. You only have a button that says need more support. And then you say, do I need additional support? Yes, I do. And that's when it pops up where you can respond to these people. So I said, if this is the correct way to reply, then I'll use that moving forward. Now, with that, you can see May 9th, I responded. May 11th, I send them 2 more. I'm like, you know what? I'll get you some more invoices because now that it's the 11th, the last invoices I had were from like November 6th. That puts them over 6 months. And I'm like, you know what? They're probably going to be jerks about this. So I'm going to go buy some more stuff. So I bought another 24 units, sent them the invoices, said, here you go. These are from the last 2 days. So what did they respond to me? They're like, hey, thanks for applying. You suck though, because these are order confirmations and we don't take those. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. So I said, thanks for reviewing the files I sent previously. I don't understand why you don't accept the blank invoices as invoices. Now I'm not using profanity. I'm actually using the name of the brand. So I don't know why you don't accept the brand's invoices as invoices. They came from the brand, the manufacturer of the brand. And I've attached a new document also from the brand showing the purchase of this brand's merchandise delivered to my address and showing the manufacturer's address. I can attach more of these documents if this satisfies your requirements. However, I want to make sure it does before my employee gathers the additional data for me. Keep in mind that the invoices I attached before were approved by a previous Amazon reviewer, as they stated in April that I had delivered invoices showing 49 units. I have now shared invoices with over 110 units. I get 3 different documents from the manufacturer: the invoice as already delivered previously, a shipping confirmation, and a delivered invoice. Would you like all these? Would you like all 3? So the next one, I'm like, boom, invoice, 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 invoice. I reached out to blank, and it's a person's name. Oh, no, I reached out to the brand. So here's what I did. I was waiting. I'm like, you know what? These guys aren't responding. I'm going to do this. So I called the brand up, and I said, hey, brand, my boss won't reimburse me for the purchase I made unless you send me an invoice. And right now I just have order confirmations. I need an invoice straight from you guys. So they said, no problem, sir. We'll send you an invoice. Awesome. So I got all these invoices, and that's what all these attachments are. You can see I purchased May 4th, May 8th, May 8th, May 9th, May the 11th, and the 30th. Now, I sent those out, and I said I reached out to the brand to ask them to send me the invoices, and this is what they sent me. Okay, so then they respond to me and they say, hey, all these things, we currently are unable to approve your application. To submit your application review and address the following. All of these files, it says the provided order confirmations cannot be accepted. These are not order confirmations, people. We do not accept online order confirmations, and they cannot be accepted because they only show 84 units. Okay, the other November ones dropped off, and I got to get another 16 units. So I'm like, okay, I really appreciate your response. This was the confirmation I needed. Now that I know that this was the document you were looking for, here's another invoice with 19 units. This would bring the total to 103. Thank you so much for helping me. Now, here's the reason why I said what I said. Because they said, oh, we're not accepting online confirmations, packing slips, or whatever. I just thought, that's what they've been adding every time. The biggest thing was they said it only shows 84 units. So I thought, okay, I'll address that. It sounds to me like they're okay with the documents I got because they're counting the units. They counted the units. So I'm like, okay. So I sent them that. Then they responded to me here. They said, we are currently unable to approve your application to sell the products on Amazon. Resubmit your application review and address the following. The provided order confirmations cannot be accepted. We do not accept these things. So that's what I just got today. And I said, you stated the provided order confirmations cannot be accepted. We do not accept online confirmations, blah, blah, blah. I've taken exactly what they're saying. However, these attachments are invoices delivered directly from the brand, the manufacturer, and the supplier. They created the invoices. Please review the correspondence. Note the email address of the sender. customerservice@thebrandsname.com. Then please note that their correspondence states, here are the invoices you requested. Then note the names of the invoices and how they line up with the attachments I have shared. I have supplied invoices from the manufacturer in excess of 100 units. Please approve this request as soon as possible. And then I took a screenshot of the email I got from them, and it was customerservice@thebrand.com. And so I said, here's the correspondence from the brand right here from May the 14th. So that's all you need. That's it. So this is where I am. I'm dealing with a broken system where every time I correspond with these guys, all right, May 9th, they say nothing. I say, well, hey, wait a second. 2 days later, I give them more information. 2 days later, they finally respond to me. I respond the next day on the 14th. They wait 2 more days. Then they respond. I respond the next day. Then they wait 2 more days and I respond. So here I am now. I'm going to have to wait probably till Wednesday for these guys to approve my stuff. Now I got a bunch of stuff. I have over 100 units of stuff sitting here in my office ready to be sent out if they will just approve me. The hardest thing about being a seller and getting approved to be ungated on stuff is that you actively have to, one, find a product that you can sell. And I'm not going to look for something that's not profitable. I'm going to find something that is profitable. So you have to find something that's profitable. So you got to do the research. I was able to find 100 units of this brand. It took me a little while, but I found 100 units of this brand. So you have to find it. You have to buy it. You have to put your money on the line. Then you have to prep everything. Once you received it, you have to send in those invoices to Amazon to say, here is proof that I got what you needed. When they say, no, you don't, that puts me as the seller in a very hard spot, especially somebody who's new at selling this. Because now I've just put over $1,000 on the line, probably about $2,000 on the line to sell this stuff on Amazon. I'm not selling it anywhere else. Now, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to go see if I can sell these same things on Walmart.com. But I'm only doing Amazon right now. And you've got all this money baked into it. And if they decide to never approve you, now you're sitting on $2,000 of money that you spent using gift cards that were discounted to make them profitable. That if you are to return these items, you get gift cards back. What do I need $2,000 worth of gift cards to this brand on something that I don't buy this brand for myself in the first place? The whole point is to get ungated so I can sell it on Amazon. So it's broken. It is absolutely busted broken. I will keep you updated. I'm going to keep on going. There's got to be something that I can get them to get this. They've ungated me before using the same type of information. So there is something going on that they are not liking. But I have sold, I'm going to sell almost $10,000 this month. It's going to be less because I've been putting all my attention on trying to get this one brand ungated again because they have my stuff there. Remember, they've got over 60 units. I've got over 100 units here in my office. They've got over 60 units, somewhere between 60 and 100 units sitting there at Amazon worth thousands of dollars. So not only do I have the thousands of dollars I spent here to get ungated, I'm also sitting on the thousands of dollars of stuff that I've already sent to the warehouse that's already sitting there. I paid the shipping costs for, waiting for them to approve this stuff that is legitimate stuff from the manufacturer, from the supplier, from the brand, directly from the brand. And I don't know what else to give them. I've given them the packing slip. I've given them the order confirmations. I've given them invoices that they say themselves are invoices from their correspondence. I am at my wit's end. The good thing is I'm still selling stuff. I'm about to send out a package. I spent $700 on some stuff, and it should sell for about $4,000, almost $5,000. And I'll make about $2,500 in profit from it, plus get my $700 in change back. So I can't complain too much, but I am telling you, this is super frustrating. I have seen this issue from the get-go, but it's different now. Now that I've sold enough stuff, they should have trust in me. in my account. I've had things return under normal circumstances. Anybody who sells a lot of stuff is going to have stuff returned. But I've had no customer complaints that have come back to be like, you've given me the wrong thing. You sent me something that was old, you know, instead of new. I haven't classified anything incorrectly. My account health is amazing. I've sold over $30,000. I'm going to come up to $40,000 here pretty soon. And I've only been with them for 7 months, 7.5 months now. So I am averaging, I have a $5,000 a month average, even including the first month where I sold nothing, because I've been doing FBA the whole time. And in the second month, I only sold $300. And even then, I'm averaging $500 per month. So I needed to air my frustrations, but I wanted to ask you, are you having the same problem? Are you running into the same issue with Ungating? Did you get regated and now have to go and talk to them and say, all right, here's my stuff, and then them saying, no, that's not right? You're like, what? Guys, you don't have to subscribe to my channel, not at all. I would love it if you shared my videos with other people. I would say, matter of fact, the most powerful thing you can do is to share my video with other people who need it. That's what I want. I want people to see my videos who can actually get something from it. And if you get something from it, fantastic. I am doing this for you. And if you got somebody else who's learning this stuff and they want to learn it, share it with them. And I'd greatly appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe, but I really appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you.